Hello, very dear Chiron and Leo. I'm very, very happy to have you here. Welcome to the Psychic Garden. You know who's more happy and excited to have you here is your guides. Really, they simply didn't leave me alone at night. I couldn't sleep at all. The energy is so strong. They are excited that this message is coming out, and I'm just wondering what they have to say. Uh, yeah, they kicked me out of bed at 4 a.m. today. So that's it. That's it for the story around your guides. Um, let's heal this wound, right? Let's work with Chiron and Leo. Um, Introduction. This wound, it's called the wound of talent, the wound of recognition, all those labels. Um, yeah, it's now I'm feeling the wound, and it's this state, mental state of not being seen by that person which you want to be seen by. Okay? So this mental state might have been created by not being appreciated by any father, mother figure, brother, sister, teachers, when you most needed it. So there was a point in your life in which the talents within you were shining forward, were shining through, and they weren't recognized as you would have expected them to be. And it's very important that you integrate the fact that it wasn't because your talents weren't good enough. It was because the outer circumstances weren't aligned in a way that you could get that look, that glance from the outer world that you needed. Okay? So, for example, a very hardworking mother sometimes is not able to give their kids the glance, the look, the attention they need. And this is a very sad truth, reality of our modern societies. So it's likely that you and a lot of people of the collective, at least, maybe not you in particular, but a lot of people in the collective have gone through this. And we, in some way, absorb the wound of the collective also. And you especially are receptive to this wound because of your Chiron position in Leo. Okay? So there's the wound. And any wound that we come into this life with is meant to be healed. It's like a soul calling. It's an indication of our healing path so that we can heal this in the collective. It's a collective mission of healing that invites us to heal our own wounds. And so you walk this path of healing, and that's all you need to do in order to feel better within your life. Okay? How and what to do, this is what your guides want to tell you right now. And yeah, so I'm not going to give any advice because the best advice is going to come from the cards now, and this is the path of healing that we are going to walk into now. Okay? So let's welcome your guides, which are all here very present. Very Leonic guides, let me say. Loud. And, this is what I mean. Like, at the start of the reading, I take 3 of these cards. They just took them out like instantaneously. And here, full on speed, river, and community. And this is beautiful. It's precisely what I was feeling, right? River. This card is a very beautiful signal that it's time simply to flow with your inner calling. And this is what's going to let you feel more comfortable, accept movement, accept transformation, and welcome transformation. You know, sometimes we don't want certain things to change, and we get stuck in a certain situation, like we want this forever, I want this chocolate to last forever. Whatever type of experience, you know, I want this to last forever, and we hold on so tight, and then we forget the purpose of change and the value of change. So with this card, your guides want to invite you to see every other thing in your life that you're thankful for it being different than the past year or 2 years ago, and so on. How many things have changed in your life that you have consciously moved towards, and that you're very grateful for them being different? So let's be grateful for a change instead of hold on so hard into things, like we never want things to change, you know? And if we can appreciate this flow, then we might welcome experiences which are as good, as fulfilling as that to which we hold on so tight, and even more. This is the thing. When we welcome change, we find ourselves surprised by how good these new experiences are. Because also they are fresh. You know, when you hold on to something, it becomes stagnant. It starts to die, like in your hands. Well, you prefer a plant that evolves and changes, right? And that you can live with it day by day, moment by moment, and see your own growth, okay? So it's time to walk into your talents, go there, and you're going there fast, okay? So don't let your mind hold you back, okay? Don't let any preconceived ideas about your talents, your gifts, your value hold you back. It's time to move on full speed with being yourself, okay? And this community card is precisely a moment in your life which you are being seen and letting yourself be seen, but not because you want to be recognized, but because you're bringing something to the community. And recognition is kind of a, how do you say, like secondary effect. Recognition comes with it naturally, but it's not what you seek. You, or the movement that's bringing your gifts forward is to bring something to a community. Bring your talent, your gifts to a community. And of course, you're going to be appreciated by that. And that appreciation is going to heal your wound. And be able to sit with the appreciation without holding into it. Let it transform, and let the next talent, the next gift, the next calling of getting yourself out be come to you. Okay? And so on. Okay, so if you have any artistic calling, any teaching vocation, any humanitarian action you want to move towards, it's time to do it. And when you finish that, go to the next. And when you finish that, go to the next. Okay? Don't get stuck in any of them as if it were the final one. There are going to be many in your life. This is also something you have to know. There's not one big star moment that you are going to experience. If you accept change, you're going to see how more and more things coming from your talents flow into your reality. Wow, a lot of messages already. As I said, your guides are something, really something. Something beautiful, something beautiful. They are super present for you. They want you to step up here now, once and for all. Two of Wands, okay? Yeah, it's time to move forward. It's time to, you know, with the Two of Wands, we are faced with a choice, okay? So it's like right now you actually want to move forward. You have this drive, but then you're faced with this choice, and that might keep you stuck. Like, okay, if I do A, then I don't do B, and if I do B, you know what? Just do A. And if it wasn't the right option, you can also always come back to the origin, to the starting point, and do B. Okay? But do one of those. Do one of those today. Start now. This is your guides want you to start now. They know you have options. They know your mind is going to different possibilities. Follow the one that comes to your mind right now. That. Okay. I'm going to see if the thing is still recording and then follow with this deck of cards. Okay. Let's see. Big energy, Chiron. I love it. King of Cups. I was feeling the love. Like, oh my God. Really, you are something very, 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 very special. That's why you have so special guides. I mean, well, King of Pentacles. Yay. I'm so excited for your path, the magician. You want to talk artist, calling, community, generosity, abilities, talent. You want to talk that? Look who's here. uh, I'm gonna take 3 more cards. Yeah, Two of Swords. That's your mind saying, but I'm stuck. How do I move forward? I'm sorry, but yeah. 2 more cards, please. Fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel the wound. Yeah, there's the wound. And 3 of Cups. Beautiful. It's super beautiful reading. Okay, so yeah, it's important for you to recognize the wound. To not forget that you have a certain situation, certain conditions from your past that make you feel incomplete and unable to make decisions at certain points of time. But it's not that you are intrinsically unable, it's that you have a wound. And you simply need to develop the skills to walk past that wound. You know, when we have some body condition, for example, and we need an aid. So, for example, if we are deaf or we are have low hearing ability, then we use a type of apparatus. I forgot the word in English. I'm not sure if it's apparatus, but we use a thing in the ear. And that allows us to hear better and then go on and socialize in what's considered more normal way, right? So you have a wound. We all have wounds. The first thing is to not have shame around that wound. Hold it, give space to it, give a place of healing to it, listen to it, right? And know how to walk past it. Not cover it up and walk on top of it, but how do you walk past it so that it doesn't hold you back? Okay, and the way that you're walking past it is with the Three of Cups, which is remembering that your guides are present, that the community is present, that there is people wanting to be there for you to recognize your talent and your gifts, and to remember those. Remember, hold those things in your heart. And that's what's going to heal this wound, which is more in the nervous system, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your ideas about yourself. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords here. Yes, it's important to always, even the situation is beautiful and it's shining forward, and people are saying, you should be so grateful for it. Yes, but sometimes your wound also needs the intimate moment to be recognized. And in that way, you can walk fully, complete, as a complete being into this experience of being yourself, of showing up as who you are in the world. So with the Two of Swords, you are encountered with how to achieve balance in my mind. How can I move in the world with better decisions? What choices are going to be best for me and others? Right? We had the Two of Wands before and we have the Two of Swords. So both your heart and mind are struggling with these ideas. And it's like they might even get entangled sometimes. And it's when you feel stuck, it's because of that. And then you jump right into the Seven of Swords, of feeling this wound that it's maybe even deeper than anyone else can recognize, because you're the only one who feels it really. You're the one going through it, carrying it throughout your life. So also doing something for yourself that's only for yourself. How do you, so if you have an artistic talent, which with the magician here, it says that you of course do, What is this artistic talent? Maybe it's singing, for example. Well, sing to yourself every morning. How do you bring this talent that it's being meant to be brought to the community? How can you bring it to yourself also? You are part of the community. How can you nurture yourself with your gifts, with your talents? How do you find time for yourself so that you paint just for yourself, dance just for yourself, and then go on and express it when you want to let it out to the community? It's time to let it out for the community. But it's also important that you make time for yourself. And this is the balance, that it's going to make you feel that you're not doing things for recognition. You're doing things for healing, for honoring, for being who you are meant to be in this world, for making space for your whole beautiful being to shine as it's meant to shine. Okay? King of Cups and King of Pentacles. This is super powerful. It's a very stable ground that you have to bring to others when you bring your talents forward. It's kind of a place in which others feel calm and nurtured. You're very able to do this with your talents. As I said, maybe as a teacher, okay? You're very good, it seems, at pushing forward people, like, how do you say, cheering up people in their paths, okay? How do you cheer up yourself? So use this talent that you can give, sustain others, be there, be a good listener, be present, be stable, and keep a stable place for others, how do you bring that to yourself when you feel shaky? And King of Cups, a beautiful heart, a beautiful, generous heart. And this is why it's very difficult, because as soon as you get out there, you give this very stable, this very valuable thing to others, something very valuable, and which on top is very vulnerable because it comes from your heart. And when you feel that someone is not recognizing it, is not seeing it, then you feel it's crushed. And you've experienced this not once, but many times, and you're afraid of experiencing it again. But it's a matter of focus. Where do you put your attention to? What type of recognition are you seeking? Why are you seeking this recognition? Is it the wound that wants to be covered up so that you can walk on top? You know, when we seek some type of recognition, it might be just to cover up the original wound. And this is not going to do the work ever. We simply bring things out and take in the exchange of energy that comes naturally from letting things out, and stop looking for that kind of obsessive recognition that our wounded self is looking for. Acknowledge that the recognition that we needed wasn't there in the time it was meant to be, but we are here now to recognize our kids, our own child that needed recognition at that time. And even we can travel to our childhood and tell that kid, you know, you're doing amazing. So do this. Do this. In those moments in which you stood in front of the classroom and became vulnerable and showed something and so on, and that you got a kind of a funny reaction from others, tell yourself, you know what? You're doing amazing. You're powerful. You're King of Cups. You're King of Pentacles. Move forward. Your growth is going to be much better than you've ever imagined. Tell that to your kid, because it's truth. It's true. You're here now, growing in directions that are going to be abundant. And I just can't even say, because I can't imagine, you know? But I just feel this overwhelming kind of stability and vulnerability mixed together in your future. And that's why your guides want you so much to step into the healing process now. Wow, it's beautiful. I thank you for coming by to hear, listen to yourself, to your guides, to your path. Stay around for other readings if this helps you and resonates. Subscribe, like, support our work, and all the best. Thank you.